Hi, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the Swole Initiative Network's Actually. I'm your host, Mike, the Short Nord. We have our guests here. I'll introduce them one by one. We have Paul. Hi, Paul.
What's up?
We have, of course, the lovely Ashley.
What's up, nerds?
We have the also equally lovely Betty.
Hello, gorgeouses out there.
And my personal favorite hero, Jay.
Hey, I'm Jay, the big Nord.
Yeah, he's a much larger human than I am. So we're going to be playing Actually. It is a game that is we are taking straight from College Humor. They do it much better than us, but we thought it'd be a fun thing to give a go at. If you don't know, Actually is a very fun game where nerds try and figure out what I'm trying to say wrong. I'm going to be talking about a lot of incorrect things. From Parthenax to Gary Gygax, nerds like a lot of things, but there's some things that nerds love above all else, and that's correcting people. This is Actually, and the rules are very, very simple. We're going to go to the game. I'm going to read a list of statements. Those statements are incorrect. There's something wrong in those statements, and all you need to do is correct me. There are also only 2 rules to the game. All the corrections must be preceded with actually. So if you buzz in, start your phrase with actually, and if you don't, I won't give you the point, even if you're right. So someone can swoop in and steal it. So the other rule is, again, you can interrupt me at any point. If I'm reading a question, you're like, that's wrong. Buzz in. I will see it on my screen. You'll hear a buzzer sound. Can one of you buzz in for me so we can hear the sound? Everybody, thank you. So you'll hear that sound. I'll clear the buzzers really quick. You'll hear that sound. And I will.
It's a huge button.
Yes, I'm very, very excited. So we are going to critical dice. Technically correct is the best kind of correct. I will possibly award an extra point if you're technically correct.
Technically correct? No, I object because I'm a rules lawyer.
Oh no! What have we gotten ourselves into?
We can do a section where it's technically. So we can do that as well. So. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited. We're going to get right into it. I don't really have much else to go on. Any questions from our guests at all?
I don't think so.
Be nice.
Be nice, yes. It is. This is definitely a cutthroat, murderous game where we don't have any fun. So I am really excited to get started. And in the chat, if you could, I will ask our players to not look at chat for answers. I'm assuming people will try and answer in the chat, and that's okay if you do in the chat. I love that. I trust our players to not cheat. They are on a timer, a bit of a timer. So I hopefully there's enough of a delay where they won't get too much insider info before we get started. So. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get the game rolling. So, for our first actually question, are your buzzers ready? Do you have them
ready
in your hands? Okay.
I have to keep refreshing my screen in case it
I know,
goes
same.
black.
I set mine to 5 minutes to be prepared for this. Step up your game, Jay.
Damn. The heat is on.
I'm just ready.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and dive right into it, friends. We'll switch to my official game show music. There we go. All right. So, this is a long one, so be ready to interrupt me. All right. The Infinity Saga of the Marvel Cinematic Universe focuses on the Mad Titan Thanos' quest for the Infinity Stones and the efforts of our heroes to stop him. Though Thanos appears in the first Avengers film, the chronological order of the stones' appearances in the movies is complicated by the large gallery of films. However, a keen watcher knows that the order of stones is Mind Stone, Space Stone, Reality Stone, Power Stone, Time Stone, and Soul Stone. Something in that. Okay. Paul.
Actually, I don't think there's a space stone.
Incorrect. There is a Space Stone. All right, we have Ashley.
Actually, isn't the Reality Stone the first one?
It is not, unfortunately. No. Okay, we have Bets.
Actually, you first see. Oh God, You first see the time stone.
No, you're getting warmer though. I would say Ashley and Betzer had found what's wrong with the question. Jay, finally.
Actually, the I can't remember the name of it. The blue one, the Tesseract, was first.
Yes, it is, but
you-
that's the reality stone.
You are correct. That is the Mind Stone, and that is what I named first. So you agree with that, and we both agree on that.
Okay.
But that's not quite what we're looking for. I'll give everyone one more chance to buzz in if they want. I cleared your buzzers. Give everyone
I'm not
one more
looking at
stab.
chat.
I think my glasses are making me dumber.
Jay.
I will guess. Actually, what one haven't we named? The Space Stone
Yes.
was first.
Correct. You have yeah, that is correct. Actually, the Space Stone is before the Mind Stone. In the movie's chronological orders.
Oh,
Oh! That's where we got messed up.
Aha.
big old doofus.
Yep. So apparently, in chronological order, that is
You
the
have
correct
to-
answer.
So is it in Captain America then?
Yes.
Yes, it's Captain America and then Captain Marvel.
Hey, Critical Dice. Jason just agreed with my original one.
Oh, the Tesseract is the Space Stone, not Mind Stone.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. So
But
this-
it's
So yeah, the Tesseract. So I said the wrong thing. It wasn't first, but you got it correct, which is technically correct.
I have shamed my family. I will be disowned soon. Oh my god.
I literally have 2 Marvel tattoos. I don't know.
That's so funny. I love it.
I'm literally the Mrs. Marvel. I should have got that right.
You're not even Miss Marvel. You're like married to it.
I am.
I'm married to it.
Well, cheers to that. That's round 1. So our first blood goes to Jay.
I didn't get 0, guys.
I started off very difficult, so it only gets.
Oh,
gonna
was
get better.
not.
It
It
was
was
really hard because who really knows? I mean,
Yeah,
to everybody who does.
yeah. That's
Good for you.
yeah. That's the longest question I think is on my entire game. Okay, so just rolling through here. We're gonna move to our next question. I cleared your buzzers.
Wait, I gotta pull my buzzer back up.
All good. Now, I'm gonna ask before every question to make sure. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next question. And again, feel free to interrupt me at any point. 3, 2, 1. The Harry Potter series introduces us muggles to a plethora of magical items such as flying brooms, the Floo Network, and wands. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, the overworked Hermione Granger is given one such magical device, one that allows her to teleport so that she can attend. Ashley.
Actually, the time turner, which is the device, does not allow her to teleport. It allows her to turn back time so she can attend multiple classes.
That is correct. Yes, you nailed it. You found what we've been looking for there. That is the device that she's been given was the ability to rewind time, not teleport, which one could argue is the same theoretical physics, but this is magic, not physics. So Ashley, you were awarded 1 point. Good call. I could see the disappointment on Jay's face when I said Harry Potter. He's like, well,
Question. Yeah.
I knew we were gonna be out on that one.
I've deleted Harry Potter.
Can I give myself a flex point?
you could.
I want to call a friend.
Yeah. The lifelines we have are imaginary, so you can pretend all you want in this game.
Can I have advantage?
Yeah, I will. If no one gets it in the first round, I guess you all have advantage, I guess, or disadvantage depending on what your answers are.
I permanently start at disadvantage.
Okay. All right. Be sure to reset your buzzers. Make sure you're good. The chat is cracking me up.
I know, right?
I'm not cheering on any flex points tonight. They killed Harry Potter. They tried. We had the power of love, and it rebounded back onto you, and now you're Voldemort. Okay. Next question. In Joss Whedon's Firefly, smuggler captain Malcolm Reynolds pilots the ship Firefly to avoid the all-powerful Alliance. Okay. Ashley.
Actually, he is evading the Federation.
Ooh, no. I'm going to say no on that. Anyone else got a guess?
I did not watch Firefly.
I need to repeat.
It didn't make
I
it.
did, but I don't
It didn't
remember.
make it to the UK. I'm sorry.
You never watched Firefly?
It didn't make it.
I did. I don't know the answer to this though.
It didn't make it, and then the show didn't make it.
Bring it
So
back
why
to
would
me.
I start
Bring
it?
it back to me. I've got this.
Does anyone else have a guess before I go back to Ashley? Anyone? All right, Ashley, we'll go back to you. What do you got?
Mal is not the pilot. He's the captain. Wash is the pilot.
That is
Technically correct.
that is technically correct. I'll give it to you if no one else buzzes in. I don't think they will.
I have short-term memory because I can't remember what you said.
You also didn't say actually.
Actually.
Jay, what do you got for us?
Actually, he was the captain, not the pilot.
That is technically correct, even more so, since you did say actually. I'll give it to Jay.
Yeah.
No one else can make it more specific.
Jay wins on all the technicalities.
All right. Okay. Last guess, Ashley.
The model of the ship is Firefly. It's called Serenity.
That is actually what we're looking for. Yes. So I will give you a point. Jay almost stolen, thrown out at the last moment. That's so funny.
So
Yes, you got it
my
correct.
heart was beating so fast. I was like so mad.
Yes, the name of the ship is Serenity, which is a Firefly class ship. So yes, you got it correct. But you are correct. He does not pilot the ship. That is Wash. Leaf
Wait
in
a
the Wind.
minute. Did you say actually just then? No.
Oh
We have
my
no way
goodness.
to reverse the tapes. Like we don't know.
Oh
Like, we
my
can't
goodness.
Say, even though
Jay-
chat is calling me out
Jay?
super hard on it right now.
Actually,
We're going to reverse the scores. I'm calling it.
no.
I'm calling it. Dem's the rules. Jay, somehow we have gotten ourselves into a literal baseball pickle of who's on first. I don't know. So Jay actually stole it back twice.
Yeah, I pulled chat up and they said that she didn't say it.
Yes.
Chat is all on top of you, girl.
They really
look
are.
it out, guys.
I can't wait for both of you to be in the other's D&D game for payback in some sort of way. That's gonna be incredible. The rules are rules. Why are we here if not rules? I
know,
take a
you guys
boundless
aren't wrong.
world and I bind it by rules. Okay, next question. Make sure your buzzers are ready. Let me clear those for you. Okay. Everyone good?
Yeah.
Okay, we are tearing through it. Just loosening up here. Okay, next question. In Dungeons and Dragons, character classes have changed from edition to edition. While some have been present since first edition, like monks, mages, and bards, others were added. Ooh, Ashley.
Actually, monks weren't available in first edition.
Not what we're looking for, but unless someone can be more specific, I will allow it. Okay, next we have Jay.
Now I think I'm wrong, but actually I think bards were a subclass.
No,
first edition?
that's not actually what we're going to do. Bards were actually full classes in since the first edition.
Actually,
I was gonna say Paul.
it's fighter elf.
Fun fact,
Wait.
I think you're correct, but I didn't name either of those things in my question. The full question is, while some have been present since first edition, like monks, mages, and bards, others were added in later editions, like sorcerers, warlocks, and barbarians. So I think you're correct, but that's not part of the question. That is incorrect.
Okay.
Anyone else? Betty.
Actually, monks were a subclass in the first edition. I'm literally just pulling that out. I don't.
That's very similar to Ashley's answer. I don't. I
Sorry.
don't think you're. I don't think you're on the money there. I'll go ahead and call it. I'll say that no one really got that.
Barbarians were first edition.
Yes,
I think
yes,
it's
they
fighter,
were.
fighter, thief. And
Oh, is that the answer? Shit, sorry.
No, actually, the answer is mages only exist in D&D second edition.
Yeah.
They were not part of first.
Oh.
So barbarians were not in the first edition of D&D.
Oh.
So yes, they are in. Mages were only exist in D&D second edition. That was
Yeah, first edition they had elf and they could
Yes.
cast spells, but
Yeah.
they weren't mages. They're elf.
right. There's a lot of terminology that changes. Also, why you don't see hobbit, you start seeing halfling. Those sorts of terminologies do change throughout the edition. So I mean, I can't believe we wiped the board on a D&D question, but it is an old historical D&D question. I will say this, so I'm not like on my high horse. I had no fucking clue what the answer was when I wrote that down. So for you guys to guess it, that was pretty tough. That's a tough one. We got a few more D&D questions though, so we got some redemption rounds coming up. I'm going to take a drink of my wine.
Actually, I think I should have got a point for that.
Paul, in spirit, you have a spiritual point. I think you got a key point. For that.
You're, I'll take a spiritual point. I'll take a spiritual point.
Yep, take that
Yeah.
key point.
Yeah, you get the key point. Do you even?
It's a temporary. It's like temporary HP, right? It's like it's there, but it's not there, right?
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
Schrodinger's HP. It's both there and not there. Depending on when you get to use it. Okay, we are chugging along here. Next question. It's a bit of a long one, so bear with me, but feel free to interrupt me at any point. Make sure your buzzers are up. Okay, saw Jay just got back in. All right, next question. In Game of Thrones, Daenerys Stormborn of the House Targaryen, the first of her name, the Unburnt, Queen of Meereen, Queen of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, Breaker of Chains, and Mother of Dragons, has 3 dragons named Drogon, Rhaegal, and Meraxes. Despite all those titles, I will repeat all of that again. In Game of Thrones, Daenerys Stormborn of the House Targaryen, the first of her name, the Unburnt, Queen of Meereen, Queen of the Andals and the Rhoynar and the First Men, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, Breaker of Chains, and Mother of Dragons, has 3 dragons named Drogon, Rhaegal, and Meraxes.
Damn, I'm not that big of a fan.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say that out loud.
Anybody any guesses? Jay.
Actually, Queen of Meereen isn't a thing because that sounds stupid.
That is not correct. She is the Queen of Meereen. At one point.
But at least we know how you feel about it now.
Yes. Yes, Queen.
Queen.
Yes, Queen.
I don't know this. Man.
All right.
2
I
dragons.
stand my girl Danny, but I do not know.
The chat is.
I do not know.
I will say this: the chat is furious with you all.
Are they? Oh,
It's so
I
funny.
saw.
It's so.
guy?
They're very
It's
upset.
an old show. I haven't rewatched
Really
it. It's
old
like I
show
watched.
now.
Yes.
Like
So I will call it there. I think it is not Meraxes. It is indeed Viserion, which is her 3rd dragon, named after her older brother Viserys.
Who is Meraxes though? Because Meraxes is like a dragon, isn't it?
Correct. Meraxes is one of the 3 dragons that Aegon the Conqueror came over on with his 2 sisters, Visenya and I forget her sister's name. Their other sister's name, his sister wives, but that was one of the. Meraxes is actually one of the dragons that they came over on. So yeah, no, it's no spoilers. That is a history lesson. That is like ancient history. That is named. Nothing to do with a new show at all. Meraxes is just a dragon. That is before even the House of Dragons game show that is out. It's in the lore. Yes.
Oh, excuse us.
I was reading the chat. Not a dig. Not a dig. Reading the chat. I am a huge Game of Thrones fan, so in my brain I was like, that's a need. They'll get that one. But that's me.
House of the Dragon is so good.
It really is. It's much bloodier than I anticipated.
I feel like I have to spend all day in cosplay in public tomorrow just to recover my nerd meter.
We got more than half the game left. You guys are doing actually. As I said before the show started, I told them a chat for your just so you know, I told them this is incredibly difficult. I know the answers because I'm reading them. I didn't know them, half of them, before I wrote them down. So yeah, I will just preface with that. It is very difficult to know all of them. Okay. Next question, shall we? Everybody got their buzzers up?
Oh, I hit the buzz. I'm sorry.
All good.
I was just refreshing it and it buzzed.
All good. All
It's
good.
such a big button.
It is a big button.
No worries.
I'm going to Zen State.
And thank you for the subscriptions, guys. Thank you from Norse Foundry. Hey, guys, Norse Foundry, just take a quick break. Say hey. Hi, guys.
Oh, hey,
Hiya.
it's Ray.
Hey, friends.
Hey, France. Hi, Ray.
Oh, hey, Ray.
Hey, Ray. I like that. Hey, Ray. Hey, Ray. Hey.
Hey, Ray.
All right, next question. Get your buzzers ready. All right, here we go. In Return of the Jedi, the rebels attack and destroy the new Death Star's shield generator on the planet Endor with the help of furry creatures called Ewoks. In Return... Okay, Betty.
Actually, that's The Empire Strikes Back.
No, it's not. It's actually...
Oh,
It
shite.
is Return of the
Fucking
Jedi.
hell.
Jay.
Actually, Endor is a moon?
That is correct. Endor is not a planet.
As soon as I said it, I was like, fucking hell, indoors a moon.
That is correct.
God.
Endor
I
is a
literally have
forest
moons
moon.
in my eyes tonight. I should have known it.
Jay,
I was
taking
gonna be
us.
like, actually, can you call that helping what they did? But
Leia is disappointed
It's
in
just
me.
antics.
I will say Betty gets some nerd cool points back. Whatever a nerd cool point is for having the tattoo.
Isn't that like a oxymoron? Like,
Yeah, oh, it for sure is. Love it. So that brings us to our near midpoint of the show, which is our shiny question. I am actually I'm going to put something up on the screen. I'm going to send it to you guys in Discord so you can make it bigger. So give me just 1 second here. It's our shiny question. Shiny questions, you don't have to say actually. I'm going to give it to you guys. I'm going to show you a picture. I'm going to show you a picture of fantasy characters. All you have to do is tell me who they are.
where is it going?
It's going to go into the Guildhall Discord.
Okay.
So make sure you have that Discord open. I'm going to screenshot, send you guys a picture. I'll give you a minute after I send the picture, and then we will go from
we
there.
And we don't buzz in for this.
You don't buzz in. I'll just go
Okay.
through, and whoever gets the most correct or whoever ties will get a point.
I see.
So, well, we're almost near a hype train. Thank you for the Prime sub, guys. So you might see this on screen before I send it to you, so you'll get a little bit of extra time, but I'll send it to you right now. Give me a second. I didn't have this pulled up beforehand. Okay. All right. What I need you to do is name these elves in any order. So from like top to left, whatever you want. Just name these elves for me. I'm going to put a minute on the clock once it sends. So just and you can write them down. You can type them out. You don't have to send it. I'll go through you each one at a time.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to put 60 seconds on the clock right now, and we will starting now.
Oh no.
There we go. Begin. You have 60 seconds.
I'm so bad.
Name these elves. And for chat, I will try and blow this up a little bit as much as I can while we're waiting. From the top left, we have this good-looking guy.
I thought top middle was like so hot as a kid, and honestly, yeah. It still stands.
We got this guy. We got this good-looking hunk that Ashley has a childhood crush on. Then we have this cute boy, which
God,
looks
that
like me
World
as a
of
child.
Warcraft character, I can't remember the name. Oh my god.
We have this this little claymation-looking elf looks like me as a child. Then we have this common looking elf. You may know her if you play some MMOs. We have this lovable guy. Loves socks. And then we have one of my favorites on the list. With a good companion. So. All right, and that is time. I'll go ahead and stop the music there. All right, we'll just start from left to right. We'll go Paul, what do you got? Starting from the top left, going reading order. What do you got for me?
I only have Legolas, and I don't remember this character, but I'm gonna say it looks like the front man of some emo band. Third character, I'm gonna call Ellen DeGeneres. Fourth character, I know is Drizzt.
Okay.
Fifth is Dobby.
Okay.
And the sixth character is, oh god, it's killing me that I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name. I'm just gonna, well, you know what? With the little makeup and hair, maybe that could be Vexalia. There you go.
It's a good guess. It's a good guess. It's not a correct guess, but it's a good guess.
Nonetheless.
Okay, I will say you got a number of them correct. I'm keeping tally on over here on my end. So
I know I got Ellen DeGeneres right though.
Oh, for sure, you definitely did in your mind. Okay. So we'll move over to Jay. Jay, what did you get?
Okay, so I got number 1, Legolas.
Okay.
Number 2, I think this dude's name is Bernard.
Okay.
Number 3, I have Hillary Elfton.
Okay.
Number 4 is Drizzt Do'Urden.
Okay.
Number 5 is Dobby.
Okay.
And number 6, I have Eyebrows O'Malley.
Eyebrow. That is, I mean, it has to take some time and product to get those looking that good. I do agree.
There's a lot of wax that goes into that.
Yeah.
As someone that used to have a handlebar mustache, like that's another level.
That's incredible. I love. I in my theater of the mind, I think that she just looks like earwax and like.
Wow.
Big elf ears, a lot of wax.
Nice.
It's a different world.
Is that how it works?
A magical world.
The longer the ear, the waxier the tunnel. Like
I am in my brain yet. I don't know how ears work. They're just.
You know what they say: the longer the ear, the waxier the tunnel.
Good.
That sounds like a Kaya.
Well,
no.
do we have an HR rep?
Oh god.
Don't try to make me that, because it won't work.
Okay, we'll move to Ashley. With that comment, Ashley, what do you have?
Okay, well that is Legolas.
Okay.
And it's my boy Bernard, Benny.
Okay.
Lovely little. It's just so. He's so angry. Okay, then Buddy. I don't know. Jeff, Dobby, and then definitely Night Elf. Is that Sylvanas Windrunner?
It could be. I will tell you after we get Betsy's answers.
Great. That's who I think it is.
All right. I mean, good guesses. Who did you say that bottom left one was?
Oh wait, bottom left.
Jeff.
Yes. Then yeah.
My name is Jeff.
I love it. Okay. All right, Betty.
Well, we all know that I know Legolas. I know Bernard. But
Okay.
at first I was like, his name is Bartholomew. That's obviously his name. And then I was like, that's definitely not his name. So I finally wrote down Bernard. At least I think that's right. other people have said that, so hopefully that's right. And then the little clay guy, that's Sam.
Okay.
And then Dritz, Dobby. I don't really know Harry Potter. Sorry, Dobby. It's definitely Dobby. And
Photoshop.
that's Elwyn of the House of
Wax.
Summer.
Oh.
I love that all of you have created a name for the bottom right elf that could be in any D&D campaign. Like, all of you went very, very elf name. I will say that I think Ashley's the only one that got that one right. So, without further ado, I'll reveal the answers here. We have, from top left, Legolas from Lord of the Rings, obviously. Bernard from the Santa Claus. You mostly got that right. Hermie from Rudolph the Dentist. We have Driss Do'Urden from D&D. Dobby, or Dobby as some people say, from Harry Potter. And then Sylvanas Windrunner from World of Warcraft. So we have Paul with 3, Jay with 4, Ashley with 4, and Betty with 4. So Ashley, Betty, and Jay all get a point. Paul barely missing it, although I'm tempted to give Paul a point because I know he knew it was World of Warcraft. And that was a great name. I'm gonna stick to my guns and say that the 3 of you get a point, but we'll be.
Is there a tiebreaker?
There is no tiebreaker.
Point.
Everyone gets a point.
I will be the leader of spiritual points.
Yeah, everyone gets a point. Paul has 2 key points. If he gets a third, he'll get a real point.
You know, I'm the one who gets the consolation prize at the end.
So
thanks
Betty
for participating, Paul.
There we go. Add up the scores here. And at the break, at the turn here, we're gonna take a quick break. But the scores right now, we have Paul with a goose egg, but the most key points. So let's not let that be known. We have Ashley with 2, Betty with 1, and Jay with 4, leading the pack. We're gonna take a very quick 5-minute break. We'll be right back. We got some more questions for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon. Hi, welcome back, gang. We are back with more Actually. Thank you, Stronghold, for all of the gifted subs. I don't know how many there were because it took up my entire chat box.
10.
It was at least
Whoa.
one. It was at least one.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the gifted subs. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. Again,
Yeah.
we're playing Actually with our lovely folks. We got Paul, Jay, Ashley, and Betty. At the turn of the tide, we have Paul with the most key points. We have Jay with 4, Ashley with 2, and Betty with 1. Plenty of game to go. It's still anyone's game. We had our one and only shiny question of the game, but we're going to move on. Go back to some text-based stuff, some old school things. Let's see what... Yes, Betty.
Hey guys.
That's all.
Correct, actually. That is correct. Hi, chat.
Sorry about that.
The chat's correcting me. Actually, it was 10 gifted subs. Thank you. Love that.
Oh, good.
Good
Well-
looking out.
Well, technically, it could be more. So yes, thank you guys so much for being here. We're gonna get back into the show. Are your buzzers all pulled up? Good.
Obviously.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna start off with our first question of the second half of the show. Here we go. Eevee, the 133rd Pokemon, can evolve into Vaporeon, Electrion, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. Ashley.
Actually, Leafeon sounds super stupid. That can't be real.
It is real, actually.
It is real.
Oh, Pokemon's so dumb.
I'm a 150er.
Yes, same. Betty.
Actually, Espeon is not.
No, actually, Espeon is very real, and I think you would actually love that one the most,
Yep.
aesthetically.
Oh, really?
That or Umbreon, actually.
Mhm.
Actually,
Paul.
Glaceon doesn't exist.
It does, actually, in the later editions.
We're really good at this. You know what? I bet that's not even what's wrong with this. They probably all.
Jay.
Oh,
Actually, Eevee isn't the 133rd Pokemon.
That is a great guess, but no. That is not what we're going for. I will reset the buzzers. I'll give you all one more chance to guess at this. There is a... you guessed at the only other real noun in this. So you guys have stumbled onto what's wrong. But that's not what... you guys haven't guessed the correct one yet. So it's a matter of what you haven't guessed. Jay.
Actually, Electrion isn't correct. I think it's Jolteon.
That is correct. Yes.
Yes.
That is correct. It is not Electrion. It is indeed Jolteon, the electric evolution type for Eevee, which you need a Thunderstone for, which is very hard to get, at least when I was a child. So Jay climbing up the leaderboards again. Through process of elimination, Jay has earned another point.
Hey, I got that it was Jolteon as well.
You
That's
did.
true.
You did.
I
Clear
actually
that.
knew what was wrong.
I
That's
knew
true.
that there was a Jolteon. Does that?
You
Dang it, I
get,
get a key point for that?
you get 1 key point.
Watch out, Paul.
You get a
Watch
full
out,
point.
Paul.
yeah, I can't lose on both ends. No.
I did misspell Eevee on my second slide. It's supposed to be
Heavy.
that. Yeah, it's like a was it anagram? Backwards
You
and forwards.
say Eevee, I say Evie.
Evie.
It's like Toby.
I love it.
Palindrome? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. A palindrome.
Actually,
Thank you.
it's a
Yes.
palindrome.
Yeah. I'm gonna get blown up in chat about. Actually, it's a palindrome.
Oh, there they go. Yep.
Yeah. I see it coming. You bastards.
At least it's not just us taking shit.
Oh no. I expect to eat a very heaping plate full of caca, as it were. So next question. Make sure your buzzers are ready. Okay. Next question. In J.R.R. Tolkien's The Fellowship of the Ring, the titular fellowship, which I spelled fellow whip for some reason, that's not part of it. The titular fellowship, I typed too fast. The titular fellowship is composed of 9 members from 4 races: Hobbit, Dwarf, Elf, and Man. Ashley.
Actually, there are 5 races because there is an Astari, which is Gandalf, and that's the wizard race.
That is so correct. I don't even have all of those identifiers in my answer. You answered more than I had. That is correct. There are 5 races present, as Gandalf is a member of the Astari race, which he is also a wizard. So yeah, you went above and beyond on that. No extra points, but you do get 1 whole point, which is great. So well done, Ashley.
I'm gonna get a key point one day.
Yeah. If you have, I mean, I don't want to disparage the key point, but real points
Right?
are worth more.
Just saying.
Yeah, just saying.
I want to be the best at something, so
Right. Oh yeah. You're leading the pack in that. I
I'm
would
not even
say.
going for real points anymore. I'm going for the spirit points now.
Yeah. Yeah. If all of chat could just give Paul their spirit points like Goku, that would be
Like point.
ideal.
Your
Yeah, just-
energy.
that would be ideal. All right, make sure your buzzers are ready. I will clear them out. Okay, next question. Dungeons and Dragons has a lot of monsters that have been drawn from European folklore, such as the kobold, goblin, orc, and troll, but also has several monsters unique just to D&D, such as the Tarask or the fearsome Grell. This one is very specific. You'll be upset with the answer. I'll say that as a hint. Ashley.
Actually, orcs are not a part of European folklore. They're a later invention by, I mean, I'm actually pretty sure like Tolkien was one of the first to really kind of like create that race and insert them into like a fantasy.
I don't know how you've done this, but you've gotten that so correct. I don't. Orcs are not drawn from European folklore, but were invented by Tolkien for Middle Earth. You've quite literally nailed that word for word.
Tolkien is my
that is
area.
nuts. That is absolutely crazy that you got that correct. Climbing up the leaderboard, Ashley. Like, well done. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm shocked you got that on the first go. That is that's impressive. I had no fucking clue what that was when I and I was like, what is the answer to this? I had to Google it. I was like, oh, right, orcs. My bad. Ashley is coming in hot. I agree, chat. They are. She's coming on Jay's heels. So Jay, look out. All right. I cleared the buzzers off. Everyone, make sure they're ready to go. Next question coming at you. In Harry Potter, all of Voldemort's most evil henchmen, namely Lucius Malfoy, Bellatrix Lestrange, and Peter Pettigrew, graduated Hogwarts as members of Slytherin. Ashley.
Actually, Peter Pettigrew was in Gryffindor
That
as
is,
part of the.
yeah, you saw through my ruse of trying to slide that in there. Peter Pettigrew was a Gryffindor. He betrayed Lily and James Potter to the bitter end at their demise, which was kind of a dick move, even in children's literature. So Ashley tied for the lead with Jay, coming back with 5 points. We still got plenty of game left, though. I wouldn't count anyone else out. We do have statistically.
Well,
it is
never gonna
possible.
get that one.
It's statistically possible. Okay, Paul, you're still cool, kind of. Flexing on him too. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I will clear the buzzers. Okay, we are speeding right along here. Next question is: monsters. They're scary, and often they are just 2 animals crammed together. And the monster manuals of Dungeons and Dragons feature many such monsters, including owlbears, duck bunnies, skunk cows, and spider horses. Jay.
I hope there's nothing wrong with this question. I hope these all exist.
Actually, skunk cows are not a thing.
Did you buzz?
He
Oh,
did. That is correct. I will leave it open if someone can be more specific as to what they are named. because it's not skunk cow. It's very close. But Jay, I'll give you the point if no one can be very specific. I'll be shocked if someone gets this, but I will leave it open for another like 10 seconds.
I just recognize the other three. So
My brain cannot move past duck bunny.
I
That is
can't
all
move
I'm going to
past
be able
duck
to
bunnies.
think of for the
Duck
rest of my
bunny?
life.
Wait, what the fuck is a duck bunny?
I would like to think that a duck bunny is.
Oh, actually,
yes, Paul.
I didn't mean to, Buzz.
actually, I didn't mean to buzz.
I didn't mean to, Buzz.
Yeah, Paul, you do get.
That's technically
I'm gonna give you a key point for still saying actually I didn't mean to buzz.
We've got a full point now.
You gotta. I'm definitely giving you a point for that because you have been. You've gotten 3 key points. You are on the board. No more goose egg for Paul. I think that's what we're gonna call it though. Jay, you did get it correct. Skunk cows, they're not real. They are actually no skunk cows, but there are stench cows with a K.
Oh yes,
Which are very similar. I believe they're from the 2.5, or no, I'm sorry, 3.5 edition of D&D. I said 2.5, 3.5 edition. They're very weird. Google it. It's very weird. Very bizarre creatures. But yeah, duck bunnies are very real. All the other ones are real on that list. People's imaginations creep me out. So
Could duck bunny be a familiar asking for a friend?
I'll let you talk to your local dungeon master about duck bunnies near you. I will say when I read this question though, it did remind me of Avatar: The Last Airbender and how all the animals are just mashed together, like duck turtles, and that's where my mind went. So yeah, that's the weirdest question I think on this whole list. But I will go ahead and clear the buzzers. Everyone good? Okay.
Yep.
Betty's like, this motherfucking game, I swear to God. All right.
Actually, turtle ducks
Yes, exactly.
from the chat.
I want one so bad.
I did not think you said duck there, and I was like, what does that have to do with anything? Anyways.
It sounds like a playground insult. You turtle fuck. Okay, we're gonna move to the next question before I get carried away. Have some more wine. All right. While Batman, the animated series, is consistently ranked as one of the greatest animated series ever made, it is also the most expensive animated series in a per-episode basis, due solely to the sheer amount of black ink used in every episode. This is a very hard one. I'll say that. And I'm leaving. Jay.
Actually, it's not one of the most expensive animated series ever made. Or it's not the.
Yeah, you've kind of got where we're going with this. Unless someone can be a little bit more specific, I'll give you the point. Ashley buzzed in next.
Actually, they don't use physical black ink. Like, they animate it differently, digitally, maybe even.
This was the 90s, bitch. We did use ink back then.
Betty's correct, but also Ashley, you are also correct in a way. You and Jay, I'll give you and Jay a point, unless someone can be absolutely specific on why it isn't the most expensive and the ink is involved as well.
Oh.
Like, Betty,
Well,
so Betty, you're next.
buzz.
Yeah.
I did buzz, but that's not what I was gonna say. So.
Well, go for it. Anything's possible. I promise you in this answer.
Well, I was gonna say that. Actually, it's not the most expensive
That was my answer.
animated series ever made.
Yeah.
Period.
So you've mirrored Jay. That's so tough.
Can I just actually, black ink isn't that expensive.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you guys. I think so. I'll tell you. I'll read you the answer first. So the answer is the series was animated with black paper, and it wasn't especially expensive to make. So you did stumble into the answer. It wasn't that expensive. It would have been expensive because of the ink, which is what Betty was saying. There was ink involved, and they got around that being expensive by using black paper and just making the colors on top. So I'll give all three of you the point. So all three of you get a point for that. That was a combined effort, I'd say, on everyone's part.
Oh, you didn't give me my point on the last one.
I didn't?
Oh yeah.
Where are the points?
We can
tallied?
count.
Are you seeing them?
On the
They're on the stream.
on the stream, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they're next to your
Oh.
title cards.
Thank you, Michael.
wasn't even looking at that. Was trying not to look at the stream because I don't want the chat to give me answers.
Yeah. Hey, no worries. Betty, you are
Apparently, that's
two
where you
key
guys are
points.
looking.
Yeah. Betty, you got 2 key
Oh.
points. 2 key points for
Not being
honesty.
helpful.
Betty's at 2 key points for honesty there.
That's 3 then. Oh no, unless you gave me one more.
You
Got
have
it.
1 key point, and then I just gave you 1 more. So you are equal amounts real points to key points. Your ratio is perfect.
I didn't even answer because I'm going for spirit points. Okay. Actually, it's the most expensive series because Kevin Conroy was pushing in his contract negotiations for gas to get to the studio. Okay.
Actually,
actually.
nobody knew who Kevin Conroy was back then, but I'll have to share a picture
Kidding.
in the Discord of me and Jay with Kevin Conroy.
He is
Actually, Kevin Conroy took that job to basically pay minimum bills to stay in LA. He didn't think that it was going to take off or be anything, nor at the height of the series did he realize how big it was because he was trying to get on TV.
Yeah,
Oh.
he had no idea
Poor guy.
how famous he was.
There you go.
That. I mean, those are all technically correct. So everyone just gets to be a little bit cooler of a nerd.
That wasn't the points that was.
Yeah, that's good.
That
cheers,
was no charge, a little bit extra, no charge.
yeah, cheers to you guys.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Oh, I missed it.
I realized as I put it up to the camera, I have my brunch in Joust.
Ooh.
I got it at the Ren
Nice.
Fair.
Nice.
Where else
That's
would
a
you
great
get that?
combo.
Yeah, it was a fun time. I dressed as an elf.
Messy brunch though.
Very messy.
Were you Dobie?
Fake ketchup blood. Yes. Yeah, I ate them for lunch. Next question. This is our last nerd question of the game.
Nerd.
Oh, you'll see. So our next question. Get your buzzers ready. I'll clear the buzzers really quick. Make sure you have those pulled up. So last nerd question. It's a bit of a long one, so be mindful. In Dungeons & Dragons, spellcasters learn dozens of undeniably useful spells, as well as some of the more questionable utilities, including Otto's Irresistible Dance, which makes enemies dance uncontrollably, Quincy's Enchanting Gourmet, which lets you imbue food with magic, and the Guise of the Yak Man, which makes you appear to be a Yak Man.
I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna fall for it.
Jay.
Actually, Guise of the Yak Man is not a spell.
You have fallen for my ruse. That is a real spell.
I thought
Wow.
so.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have Paul.
Actually, I wouldn't call Otto's Irresistible Dance a utility spell.
It
I'd
is
call it
considered a
tactical.
utility spell. I will say that's an
Really?
opinion more than a
Okay.
more than an actual nerd fact. But I do like
Okay.
I do like where you're coming from. You're like, no, that's actually useful. How dare you? I do like that approach. But no. Anyone else have any other guesses as to what is incorrect in this statement? Your faces are very convincing of knowing, Ashley. and Betty.
Yeah.
I will say if you don't, you guys are like there is something wrong here. There is, I promise. But
Well, yeah, I hope so.
okay.
Okay.
Give it another 5, 4, 3. Ashley.
It's not Quincy's Enchanting Gourmet, it's someone else's.
Actually, Quincy did invent that Enchanting Gourmet. It was him.
Oh. Okay.
The big Q man, quintessential Quincy, they call him. That's made up. Don't listen to me. That part is fake. Betty,
Actually, it's not quintessential Quincy.
I don't know. The only thing I could think of, actually, is that it doesn't imbue food with magic, but it's more specific.
You actually got that right. That is correct. Quincy's Enchanting Gourmet is a spell dedicated to cooking and cleaning up the kitchen afterwards, not actually imbuing the food with magic. Guise of the Yakman is a real spell from 2nd edition, and Quincy's Enchanting Gourmet is also a 2nd edition D&D spell. So Betty, you have stumped the rest of the group in that. You have earned another point.
That was
I don't remember
your
any of
guess
this.
alone.
Bam. Hey, we take those. A point is a point is a point.
I'll take it.
All right. And we are actually approaching our last question of the night. This is our last question. The last question of the game has nothing to do with anything nerdy. It is actually a real life skill. So you have to be smart in the real world to answer this question. There is going to be
quit
some
right now.
Yeah.
Dumpstat intelligence.
This next question makes me nervous because I will say this. I have to Google this every time, even though I know it. So that doesn't help you at all, and I just hope that makes you more frustrated. So as we move into our last question, this is a real life skill question. So here it is.
Oh, the buzzers aren't.
Oh, you're right.
aren't-
Correct.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't click it yet. Good call. Good call. Make sure your buzzers are up. I got too excited. I got too hot and bothered. Sip of wine. What happens if there's a tie? Will there be a tiebreaker question? I'll say yeah. I'll make a tiebreaker question. I can make one up. Okay. Real life skill. Here we go. Real life question. To jumpstart a car, connect the red clamp to the positive end of a working battery, then the same for the dead battery. Then the black clamp to the negative end of the live battery, and the black clamp to the negative end of the dead battery. What is wrong with that setup? Betty.
Red clamp, the positive and working battery, then the same to the dead battery, and the black clamp to the negative, and light battery, and the
It's-
black clamp to the negative.
Oh shit. Actually,
Red clamp, positive and the working battery,
It's-
then the same for the dead.
red
I
is
think
dead.
what
Red is dead. So you do the red. Actually, you put red to the
You got it. You're so far you got it.
the positive end on the dead battery for the red. Oh god, I feel like I want to write it down.
You can. I'll give you like if you want to write it down really quick. I'll give you that time to write it down.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna say it out loud because
Okay.
this is more funny. So you do the red end to the positive red to the dead battery. I may have totally memorized that incorrectly, and now I feel silly. But then you put the same. Oh, I don't know. I give up.
I'm imagining you on the side of a highway like.
Yeah, red is dead. Red is dead.
I feel like you're just like yelling like Red Dead Redemption like.
Yeah. Actually, don't they have them color coded now where you can just do that? Isn't it on the battery? It says it. Do this.
It is. You're close. I did read it the way you're describing it, but that is not entirely correct. There's something slightly off.
Okay.
So I will give. I think
Point for me.
spirit point. I'll give you a spirit point for the animated.
Which gives me a point.
It does give
that
you a
would be
point.
3.
I'll give you a spirit point. Jay,
I don't know.
Yeah, Jay, you were next to buzz in.
Pretty sure.
I have to read this again now because
Red clamp, to the
Red-
positive and
I think you do the red clamp on the positive end of the working battery first. Definitely the working battery first so you don't create a spark when you try and connect the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I knew that, but I didn't realize that's what the question was saying.
I
I have ADHD.
And then Is it reversed? I would say no, but like this is a guess.
Yeah,
Actually,
you're-
it's reversed on the dead battery.
That's not correct.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Ashley.
My physics teacher was
actually-
screaming in my ear that whole time.
Okay.
Yes.
That's not how neutrons
I've never done this, but this makes I don't know. Okay, you plug both of them onto the live battery where it says that it goes.
Uh-huh.
The red on the positive
Yep.
and the black on the negative, and then you do both of them on the dead battery, and then just like run away really fast, just in case something bad happens. But, like, you do both to the positive one, and then both to the negative one, rather than going like to the one that works to live to dead, back and forth again.
Definitely, you charge the live first. Red, black, and then you take those
I like-
over.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I have.
I agree.
I'm like sitting
I'm
here.
telling you that that's
But that's
right. not what the question says, right? The
I'm
question
telling
says
you
to go
that
back
you're
and
right.
forth, back
That's
and
why
forth.
it's wrong. The question's wrong, and you're right.
I will say this: you all are focusing on a very weird part of the question, which is the order in which it's supposed to be
It's
done.
like D&D.
But it is very. You're very.
Chair.
You got a
Well, if
spirit
you
point
don't want
for
to
the-
create a spark and blow the whole thing up,
Yeah,
it is important.
It is important, but it's not what we're going for here. Ashley, I will give you a spirit point for the running away bit. So you get a key point there. Paul, any guesses from you?
You know, I'm sitting here because I don't work on cars, but I work on my bike. So I'm like trying to like figure it out based on how I do my bike. Because I know on my bike, you don't connect the black, you connect it to the ground.
Motorcycle bike. I was like, when you said bike, I thought you meant like a bicycle, and I was like,
no, on my motorcycle.
You
I have
are
to connect
so far
one
off
of the
from.
black ones to the ground, and I'm like, okay, wait, I have to be able to apply this somehow, and I can't remember again. No.
Any best guesses, Paul, at all? Okay.
To jumpstart a car. Yeah. Nah, you gotta turn the fucking ignition on and hit the gas. I don't know aside from that.
I'm just gonna say that I've done it just like Ashley said. Just gonna say.
And I will say this: you both get spirit points because that will work. However,
Cheers, Ash.
The real answer here is instead of clamping the black clamp to the negative end of the dead battery, you should connect it to a piece of metal in order to ground it.
That's what I said.
Paul was right.
Yeah, so Paul was right.
Metal.
Oh my God.
So Paul, you will get an actual point. In real life, you have won. You have gotten the final point. So
I
Paul,
can
you have
function in
won the real life
not
skill.
fantasy world. Yes.
So spirit points. I think Bets does get an extra point. I will make sure the official ending score is correct. In total, we do have a winner. It is the Mr. J, the Swole Initiative himself. He has won our game. Our game of things.
You know,
I'll-
it's
round of applause
it's like
here.
it's like in martial arts. You're not allowed to beat your master. You're supposed to let them win. You know what I'm saying? You know, right? And you're.
I'm still confused about this car thing. Like,
Ashley,
who
you
just
can do it
has-
exactly the way you said, and I've
Yes.
done it. It works.
You can, but someone in the chat said Paul is normal. I will say this: you can do it the way that you both said it. It is just much more safe to have a ground on the black.
I'm just confused about where this piece of metal
so the
comes
thing is,
from.
The car's
I
made
do
of
it-
metal, babe. You just clip it to the car.
I do
You
it
can just
exactly
do it to
way
the
they do
outside of the car?
Not the outside, but there's like
Yeah,
metal
there's-
inside.
yeah. I was gonna say,
clamps
don't do it
and
to the
stuff.
outside because some are probably like carbon fiber, and that will just melt.
Yeah.
Because
Well, like,
technically, you don't need to like complete the thing. You just need electricity going in.
Correct.
I actually do it the exact same way they do it, except when I was working on my bike, I looked up a YouTube video and they're like, connect the last black part to a ground. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't do this on a car. So I thought it was just for bikes. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, but like it's one of those things where you see it written down and you know something's wrong in there, and like I've done it a million times, but you like read it and you're like, there's something wrong. Have I been doing something wrong? Like,
I mean, is it technically wrong if it works?
I think it's technically correct.
Right. So we're back to that. Technically
Yes.
correct.
So which I did give you guys a spirit point for. I will say this.
Technically.
Well, technically. I will say this. This is what it looks like. If that helps
What it
anyone.
looks like.
So here's the charge battery over on the right side, where both are connected, and then on the battery you need to charge on the left, it's connected to the red, and then the black one will just go to some other piece of metal to ground it.
Because you only need electrons.
Yeah,
That's not where the
battery.
missiles go.
If I say enough scientific words, I will convince enough people in chat to say this was a good question.
I mean, right. You need the positives. You need the positives on to repel the electrons through, because electrons are negatively charged.
Yes.
So it'll pass along the positive wire. But it doesn't need to go anywhere because it's trying to charge the battery.
Yeah, it's science. If you say
You don't
anything
need to
within
you don't need to complete the circuit because it's just trying to go into the battery.
you're not making
Make
a
sure my
yeah.
AAA membership is still valid.
You know,
Yeah, I'm a 15-year AAA member.
No,
Thanks, guys.
no. Because the proximity and quantum entanglement, it's gonna charge by itself when you just park them right next to each other.
When you think
Yeah.
about string theory, yeah, I need a particle physicist to just show me what's what. So guys, thank you guys for everything. Jay, you've won. You are the biggest nerd. Paul, you are the coolest normal guy. And Ashley, you gave him a good run for their money. And Betty, you have gotten the biggest mix of points, both spiritually and nerd-wise. So I don't think anyone loses. Jay technically wins. But it's been a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for doing this. It was fun putting together.
This is dope.
Yeah,
we
this
should
was-
do this. We should do this every so often. This is-
yeah,
it's a blast.
absolutely.
I have plenty
Questions
of.
that I can win.
Yes, I will. I will make sure that the questions are just as infuriating, and I'll make an all Harry Potter one just for.
Oh
the-
God,
just for you
I
all.
will
Oh,
be
no.
sick that week.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch Harry Potter. I'm not going to read it. So I will
You don't
forego
need
those
to.
points.
That's good because they have an audiobook. You can listen to it.
Nope.
No, thank you guys so much for being here. That is our show for this evening. Thank you so much. This coming week we have on Friday we obviously have Fables of Gallia, which is going to be a very 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 fun time. I believe you guys are you guys at the beach still? The beach city?
We are at the beach.
Yes.
You are.
They're at the
We're in our
spa,
bathhouse
aren't
episode.
Ooh, you're at like an onsen.
Well, it's a bath bar, technically.
It is a bath bar.
Ooh, a swamp bath bar. So come take
It's a
your towels
bath
off with us
bar.
this Friday at the onsen.
They don't know that Lostaroth has peed in the pool.
Oh.
What a
It's
fun-
technically the
Just
table,
kidding.
bro.
What a
Just
fun
like-
fact. Yeah, they actually have those like color changing chemicals in the pool that show. So yeah, join us this Friday for Fables of Gallia, and then Jay, I'm sure you have some announcements as well.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I want to step in and say a big thank you to our wonderful host, Mike, for putting this on. We just kind of came up with the idea like today, right? No, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday we came up with it. And then Mike was like, I got this. So, yeah, we had very little to do with it. So thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Did
It was
awesome.
super
Thank you.
fun.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for the work that went into it.
Yeah, of course. I
Um,
love this so much. I will do it again happily.
And thank you for all of the subs and everyone, all the gifted subs, the prime subs, people renewing their subs. I saw it all in the chat. I just had to concentrate to get things wrong. But thank you so much for it. If you are not currently following us, just go ahead and click that follow button. You'll get a character rolled on screen, and it goes a long way for us. We also have a Discord. Just saw Nightbot post that in the chat. So if you're not already in there, come and chat with us. Come and laugh at us, with us, mostly at. Jump in there. You'll find out basically first when we're doing new things. So which there's going to be several new things that are all kind of coming out at the same time. So we're about to be a lot busier on the channel as well. So I'm super excited for this next phase of the channel. It's going to be super dope. So thank you so much for being here and watching all of this stupidity. And that is the end of my speech.
Day 2 of the
That was
East Side
perfect.
Run universe.
That was absolutely perfect. I thank you guys so much again. Jay, thank you for everything that you said with all the announcements. I appreciate all that. Hosting was fun, so thank you guys. We're gonna go raid Dice Cream Sandwich.
Yes!
Nice.
They're live.
Boom! It's on their finale, right? The
I think-
Beyond the Realms finale.
Yeah, I think you're correct. So we're gonna go give them a raid, show them some love. You get extra flex
I know
points if you
things.
join in the raid. Yeah, Jay is in the know clearly with 7 points. He knows something, I guess. So yeah, we'll
I
be
know
back
how to say
more.
actually before I answer.
Yeah, actually
He
we're gonna
followed
be
the
back.
rules.
Actually we're gonna be back with a lot of revenge players. So,
Ashley.
Oh, geez. Let's get out of here.
Actually,
have a good night, guys. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
All right, see you guys.